Welcome, Ridge Record fans, to the Week 2 recap video. This is a little different. I am reporting on location in South Florida, so that means this is a one-take video. So there will be some mistakes. This will also not be to the level of quality that you're used to. I apologize, but sometimes real life gets in the way. That being said, I'd like to first start out with the disclaimer. This is a comedy, okay? If something I say in this video offends you, or you find this and you're one of my employers, future employers, past employers, colleagues, friends, neighbors, and this offends you, then turn the video off. That being said, let's get right into the results of Week 2. The media beat Social Justice Warrior 134 to 129. Championship for Miles destroyed the Booty Lickers 157 to 141. Formerly riding with Biden, now the Gender Unicorn put up 70 points. That's the league's low for the week, and if you remember, he also put up the week low in Week 1. We call that a trend, and that's a dangerous trend. Gender Unicorn, as I said, put up 70 points in a loss against Missing My Young Ho, whose miserable 97 points managed to make a win. Raider Nation fell to the Roster Baiters 85 to 121. Bayside Tigers lost to Jags 106 to 119. And Nut and Butt Sacks in the game of the week defeated Team Suckaditka 170 to 111 in a smackdown. And that represents the week's high score for any team in our league. That brings our standings to Nut and Butt Sacks and the Roster Baiters in 1 and 2 spot, the two remaining undefeated teams. Booty Lickers, Bayside Tigers championships for Miles and Raider Nation top out the top 6. Suckaditka, the media, Jags, Missing My Young Ho, Social Justice Warrior, and Gender Unicorn bring up the tail end of the standings. Also interesting to note with that is Social Justice Warriors and Gender Unicorns are in the last two positions at 0 and 2. I think this is definitely an example of get woke, lose in fantasy football. All right, coming up in Week 3, you got Raider Nation versus the media. Jags going up against Gender Unicorn. In the game of the week, Booty Lickers versus the Roster Baiters. That's Team 2 and 3 going up head-to-head and should be an excellent high-scoring game. Social Justice Warriors plays Suckaditka. Missing My Young Ho goes up against Championship for Miles. That's our Vice Commissioner versus the Commissioner, so that'll be a good game to watch. And Nut and Butt Sacks goes up against the Bayside Tigers. Should be a very good week. There's already lots of moves on the waivers, and I know there's been several trades that I've offered that have been declined. So I'm sure the trade wire is also going crazy. All right, comments. Listen, I can't stop recording on my phone to go to your text messages, so I have to handwrite all your comments out. That being said, most of your comments have been shortened. And I've edited them to fit this format and time constraints. Also, please, going forward, as I ask questions for the next several weeks, just do your best to say something funny very quickly. All right. So I asked about his win over the Booty Lickers. This is what our Commissioner Championship for Miles had to say. Point blank, my team showed up and did their job. Unlike Gender Unicorns, the lover of Ditkas, and all the other non-binary of the league, we just refused to have our booty licked. This is what the Booty Lickers had to say about that and their upcoming matchup game of the week with the Roster Baiters. There will be no mercy this week. While Roster Baiters may be a gigantic and imposing opponent, the ancient Roman proverb still holds true. Everyone is tough until a man slides a tongue up their ass against their will. True statement, though. In response, team owner of the Roster Baiters had this to say. During the game of the week, there can be only one winner. The Roster Baiters plan to pull those jorts to the side and finish victoriously. This league is nasty. On his victory over Team Suckaditka in the game of the week, this is what the Nut and Butt Sacks team owner had to say. Rest in peace, Limp Ditka. Your team fucking sucks. Team Suckaditka had this in response. How can a guy who looks so confused at the draft be putting up such big numbers? We're all shaking our heads and wondering that same thing, Team Suckaditka. Maybe Law Offices of Booty and Liquor can look into some performance-enhancing vaping products. In regard to their loss to the Jags, the Bayside Tigers had this to say: "I guess I finally know how Suckaditka feels when he sees his wife with the strap on for sexy time. I knew I was going to get it straight up the pooper, yet there was nothing I could do to stop it." That's correct. Sometimes you're the strap on and sometimes you're the recipient. Jags had this to say about his win: "I wanted to show Screech that nothing in this league comes easy." Apparently, except for homosexual jokes and innuendos. Listen, guys, I'm sorry for the video again. This is the best I can do given what I have. Have a great week. I'm super excited about seeing the end of this week to see now the separation between winners and losers. Hopefully, somebody can stop Nut and Buttstacks putting up monster numbers. Hopefully, Gender Unicorns turns their team around and starts becoming not a, easy win. All right, guys, have an awesome week this week, and we will see you next time.